Good morning and welcome back. We are continuing our journey. We've come into Swan Hill. We are at the giant Murray cod, which as you can see here is, as the name suggests, a giant cod. It's at the Swan Hill train station. We've just come in for a quick look around Swan Hill. We're gonna go get a couple of things. We don't need much, and then we're gonna go back, and hopefully this afternoon I'm gonna have another attempt at doing some fishing. We've got to gather a bit more information from a bait and tackle shop around here about proper bait and times and so on and so forth. But yeah, hopefully I'll catch some poor unfortunate fish this afternoon, and yeah, so we'll see what happens. Someone has built the world's most ambitious swing here. It's piss poor effort, if you ask me. That it must have been pretty scary though. Someone's shit themselves and left their derps here. So and I guess that's what they do for entertainment around here. Oh, good afternoon, viewers. This is this afternoon's fishing spot. As you can see, I am all on my Pat Malone. I am absolutely Robinson Crusoe here. I'm back at the Pentle Island caravan park. I've got my setup going here. I've got some yabbies, got some scrub worms, got an esky, got a drink going, and I've only just thrown a line in, and within 2 minutes I had a nibble already. Nothing came of it, but here's hoping for a relaxing afternoon fishing anyway. Hopefully I catch something. If not, it'll be an enjoyable afternoon anyway. Well, I've spent a relaxing afternoon into the evening down here. Just a beautiful, picturesque spot. Unfortunately, as I've said before, I'm not a good enough fisherman. I had a few bites. I lost a little bit of bait. There was a few nibbles. I'm just not good enough to be able to reel one in. So maybe with a bit more instruction, I'll get a bit better. But yeah, no, I couldn't ask for a better spot just to sit for an afternoon, have a couple of drinks, fish, just relax. It is just very, very relaxing out here, very, very peaceful and calm. But now we're going into town. There is a light show apparently in town this evening. Starts about 9 o'clock, 8:45, something like that. We're going into town first. The lovely wife has said she will treat me to dinner. So yeah, we're going to head into town and check out the light show. This is the fishing spot I was at. It's a what looks like a boat ramp. Here's the track. I came in on past an old sort of a shed, and over there in the distance is my van. So literally you walk from there, not like greenery, there's just over here there's a spot where you can hop the fence. They've got some stumps set up so you can hop the fence. It's over there. This is all part of their setup. Here comes one of them now, on the tractor that pulled me out of a predicament yesterday. Hang on. Apologies for the bad photography there as I pulled the armrest out with my teeth. The old mate that pulled me out of the predicament yesterday. Work on the farm never ceases.
Hey.
Work on the farm never ceases. They're still going. It's nearly 6 o'clock. Still ploughing along. No, I didn't catch shit. No, if it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. So you guys are still going?
Yeah, still going.
No rest for the wicked? They're still going. The fellas that pulled me out yesterday when I managed to get myself bogged in the wrong campsite. But yeah, I mean, we're just over there. Look at the greenery. Look how well look how green. It's like a Wimbledon. It's like a Wimbledon centre court lawn over there. It's just lush. This is what the rest of the ground coverage looks like. And I mean, there's the river. You don't get any better than that. If you want to come fishing, if you want to have a relaxing time away, this is the spot. And at $45 a night for 2 people for a powered site, I challenge anybody to find me a better spot, a better location with that sort of availability to the river, to fishing, and you're only 5k out of town. 5k. It is a minor drive. So yeah, I challenge anybody to find me a better location than this. All right, we've just finished having dinner at the Swan Hill Hotel, and we've just driven a little bit further down to an old pioneer settlement. This is the see if I can't, it's obviously closed at the moment, but this is, so it's a bit like Sovereign Hill sort of a thing. We might have a bit of a look at it tomorrow. It's obviously closed up at the moment. We are going to, there's a light show, a little bit similar to the silo sort of thing we saw in Quorn. Oh, the wife's just pointed out a handy little hole I can point my thing through, so you can have, apparently, I'll read that in a second. Good morning from Sea Lake. We have left Swan Hill. I couldn't do any more filming last night at the light show. They didn't allow any filming of the light show, so I had to put that away. And then by the time it was over, it was dark and you couldn't really see anything, so I didn't film anymore. We've left Swan Hill, had a wonderful stay at Pental Island. We've now come to a town called Sea Lake, as I mentioned. We're on our way to Hopetoun today. We're only a short drive today, so we've just nicked about 100 k's down the road to Sea Lake. And the wife wanted to come here for one major reason. They've got a heap of silos here that they've done a massive painting on, and I shall give you all a bit of a look at this. So again, it's another, as you can see by the sky, it's another absolutely magnificent summer's day. It's going to be about 33, 35, something like that today. As I said, we've only got a short drive out to Hopetoun. And from there, we're planning at the moment to go to Castlemaine. Then after that, that's it. We'll be back home. The firstborn will be coming to pick us up from from the rental place where we're going to drop the van off. The mighty Maui, which is, as you can see, we're going to have to give her a bit of a wash. She's seen a bug or two. Had a bug or two splattered on it. It's a bit dusty. But apart from that, it's been an excellent vehicle for the job at hand. It's a little bit cramped in there, but yeah, look, the two of us, it was fine. Yeah, so we're just going to have a little bit of a look around Sea Lake, and then onwards toward Hopeton. I thought I'd just show everybody the cooking conditions that we've got in here, our little living conditions on our last night. Under here we've got a little sink. I've got to put a few things away. Those can go back in there. Just a little sink, tap, just tiny little sink. It's just, I can actually wash the cutting board in it, so it's not too bad. Got a little 2-burner stove. We've got pots and pans, and I brought this from home. It's more of a little camping pot, but I thought it might be good for narrow, so I don't take up too much room on the stove. Brought a couple of things from home, some knives and that from home. I didn't know what would be in here. So tonight, we've got a little fridge just down here. We can't see it too well. Some lamb that I'm going to cut up. I'll just pull this out of our makeshift thing. Forgive the messy bed. We're packing up tonight. We're getting everything out and putting it away. This is our little fridge down here. Fits a fair bit of stuff in it. Got a little radio up here. It came equipped with a toaster, a kettle, even a little coffee plunger. It also comes with a little whistle kettle. Goes on the stove. But yeah, so just pop that in my makeshift. Pop that back. See how we're going there. Yeah, it's a little better. All right, that's our little makeshift thing. So I'm just going to pop the water on. Which one is this? That's this one. Right. Get that water on the boil. Now I'm not. We're just using some leftovers at the moment. This is the last of the lamb. It's a bit of loin. I'm going to dice that up. Make a pasta with it. I just went down the shop and got some tomatoes, onions, capsicum, and I had some garlic left over from the other night. So yeah, I'll get on with it. I'll start making some pasta. Try this check this pasta. See how she's going. Many ways people have of checking pasta. Personally, I think the best way, because the problem is now you can go by time, but I'm cooking it in here. It's not cooking, it's not boiling, it's sort of simmering, so it takes a little bit longer. Yep. That's done. So I'll turn that off. Turn that off. All right. And this is almost ready. So, apologies for a close-up of my bonce while I'm eating. I've given this a bit of a... I've marinated this a little bit. Well, I've seasoned this, I should say. Now we're going to get that in here. Into all the lovely juices that I've already made in there with all the other stuff. Some garlic and some salt and pepper. Move that out of the way. And we'll stir that in, cook that up. And that'll give the capsicum a bit of time to soften. A little bit more than it already has. And we'll be good to go. Now, again, apologies for the third time. I haven't got fresh pasta. I haven't got olive oil. I'm not going to make my pasta sauce from scratch. Normally, again, I would. I just don't have the bloody room in here. I've just bought a standard old jar of... It's just tomato and basil. That's all it is. Beautiful stuff. I mean, it smells all right. Use those as a bit of a base when you've got to save a bit of time. If you've got all the time in the world, yeah, make your own pasta base. I'm a budding grower of my own herbs. I do have some nice oregano and basil and thyme and so on. And I do like using that to make my own, but I don't have any here. You've got limited space. I've brought limited stuff with me. It's the last night, so I wasn't going to go stocking up on everything else. So, yeah, we'll just use what we've got available. And we'll see how we go. Give that a little bit longer. And if I stop jettisoning half the bloody food out, we'll be right. Alrighty. Let's get a bit of this in. We won't put all of it in. Just put a little bit in. You only need a little bit. You don't need too much sauce. I also wish I had a bigger pan. That is a lot for two people though. I have sort of overcooked. We'll see how we go. Alright, let's just let that simmer away for a minute or two and we should be good. Now the other thing I don't have is grated Parmesan. I don't have any Parmesan. I do have somewhere a little bit of basic old cheddar. So you do what you must. Get some get a bit of cheddar cheese going. The top. All right, that should just about do it, I reckon. let's turn that off. And let's get the good lady wife her meal. A little bit more, there we go. Sprinkling of cheese. And there you go. Bit of almost like a homemade lamb ragu. We'll see how that goes with the wife. Apparently, success. So I'll make myself a little bit. Again, thanks to Troy, Laura and Bill for the lamb. It's got us through the entire trip. We've had a couple of meals out. I like a little bit of extra pepper. We've had a couple of, that's noisy. We've had a couple of meals out at pubs and so on and so forth. But yeah, the rest of it, we've eaten quite a lot of lamb. But excellent. Been excellent. Barbecued it, cooked it on here. Been a treat. So now I'll finally get to sit down and eat something. Okay, I'm back. As you can see, I'm back again from the trip away with the wife. Yeah, so we got back on. What did we get back on? When did you pick us up? What date was it? I can't remember what date it is now.
12th or something.
12th or 13th of January. It's a couple of days after that now. And yeah, we made it back successfully. I didn't film the last day of the trip because, well, Sarah can probably describe it better than I can. The conditions you drove, it was beautiful, fine sun. Oh no, hang on, no, it wasn't. What was the conditions like when the firstborn here came and picked us up?
Yeah, so I had Mum's car and I was picking them up from. Where did I pick you up from?
Somerton.
So I was on the Tullamarine and I've never seen rain like it before. It was an 80 zone, everyone was doing 60 because you genuinely couldn't see 20 metres in front of you because the rain was so heavy. I had the windscreen wipers on full blast and you still couldn't see anything. We were
lucky. I'd arrived at the venue to return the camper van just as it was hitting, just as it started hitting. So we were in there just getting all our bags ready to put in the car, and Sarah had to drive. She just drove into this massive storm front that was heading towards her, and then it came at the end of a heat wave. Oh, pardon me. End of a heat wave that we'd been having, and it was a relief, but not if you were driving into it.
When I was driving through the city, it was like, you know, it was spitting. It was a little bit of rain. I was like, oh, that's gonna be it. And then cut to 10 minutes later, and I'm driving up, my nose pressed on the windshield.
Nose on the windshield.
It was awful.
So, yeah, so people who watch this nonsense that I put out know what I was up to during the Christmas break. What were you up to while sort of the cat's away? What were the mice doing? Were the mice playing? You and Dancing Danny.
Dancing Danny caught the flu or something.
The bubonic plague. She was down.
Yeah, Danny didn't leave the house for the first 2-3 weeks
and
of the year.
And that's unusual. Why?
Didn't even go out to see their friends.
They don't even leave their bedroom.
Yeah.
At the moment, in the bedroom.
So Dad calls me and goes, so how's Danny? I don't know. I haven't seen them in 2 weeks or something.
May have been home, may not have been home, abducted. We don't know.
Yeah, I haven't bothered to check, but you know.
So loving family that we are. So what did you get up to? Just work?
Yeah, pretty much.
No. On New Year's Eve. What did you do New Year's Eve? Mum and I had an absolute rage. No, hang on, we didn't. we went out on a nice thing. You would have seen in the episode, the last episode. That was the end of the last episode. We went on a nice 4-wheel drive trip up a mountain and watched the sunset and had a bit of fun. But it was very quiet towards the end. We just sat in the van, had a couple of quiet drinks, and saw in the new year quite quietly. We're older now and not bothered by that too much. What did you and Danny, the young rages, 21 and 18, what did you get up to?
Took a nap. Then woke up about 10 o'clock. I went, oh yeah, that's tonight, isn't it? Then turned on the TV, scrolled on TikTok, saw it was New Year's, went outside, watched the fireworks, and then we went back to bed. And that was our New Year's, pretty much.
There's always someone in the area around here that'll let some fireworks off, maybe multiple people that get hold of some fireworks, which if you're watching this from overseas, the fireworks in Australia were banned probably just at about 99, 2000. We banned, unless you had a permit to get fireworks, they were banned because they are, and you break it down, they're essentially explosive devices. And when do you let them off? When you've had a few of these. And
it's also the middle of fire season for us.
Well, it is too, yeah. New Year's Eve's, and especially over our New Year's Eve, it was quite hot. And we're heading into December's the start of summer. It does get hot. January can get quite nasty towards the end of it. The end of January, start of Feb can get quite nasty. You do have a few heat waves. We haven't had any the past few years, but here can get to 40 degrees, which is 100 plus Fahrenheit. I think about 38 for us is about 100 Fahrenheit. So
the rest of Australia loves to think that Melbourne doesn't get hot. It does, but we just also experience the other seasons. Whereas
all in the space of an hour.
Whereas like Northern Australia just has wet and dry season.
Yeah, they have hot
and very hot
and then it rains a bit or a lot, and they get a monsoon floods but it's still hot. We get all the seasons
in one day.
We get places like Sydney. They get more rainfall, but they have it all more in once. We get it over a longer period of time, but we get less. So it's sort of much of a muchness. We get sort of more balanced. But when it gets hot down here, it does get hot. We over 100 degrees. And it was, you didn't get any, you got 40 while we were away, or mid-30s? Or
I think we got one 40-degree day, and then it was low 20s to mid-20s.
Yeah, sort of a reasonable sort of temp. We, as anyone that's been watching it knows, we were up in South Australia and central New South Wales, and it was quite hot. Every day was over 30. You just got used to it, and I suppose you do. I suppose that's why they're all mad in far north Queensland and Northern Territory. A good mad, lovable mad, but they're all mad. But yeah, that's sort of ending this one. We're going to be doing another video shortly, hopefully. We've been asked to go up to Troy and Laura's farm up in Buffalo. They're going to be away with King Billy. We're going to go up and mind the sheep. We'll find out how that goes.
And the chickens.
And Buster's going to be there to keep an eye on all of us. Buster's King Billy's dog. Looks after the sheep. He's going to be sort of in charge.
Apparently, Troy and Laura have surveillance cameras.
Apparently they've got surveillance cameras. So much. A bit of CCTV so they can see what's going on because they've got the hip camp up there. But yeah, we're
and us up there.
And us up there. So okay, fair enough. Surveillance cameras to keep an eye on us, so I don't drown upside down in their spa after having a few too many King Billies. But yeah, so we'll be doing that in the near future. We've got a few other ideas for doing stuff, rating stuff, experiencing stuff, going and checking stuff out. If anyone's got any ideas of what we should do, what you'd like us to do, aka like the hot sauce that we did, anything like that, if you've got any foods you want us to try out, if you've got any recipes you want us to try out, feel free to keep those ideas to yourself because they'll just end in disaster for me. But yeah, would you like to wrap anything up? We're going to do a wrap up
of 2024.
Of 2024. Sarah had an idea. She'd seen it on where'd you seen it on? Some other sites, TikTok.
Where else would I see it?
Oh, well, Instagram. I'm not
uses
on the gram.
No one uses Instagram.
I don't. Apparently,
That's
according to
so
kids, I don't call it the gram.
That's so millennial.
Wow. About Facebook. Come on, man. You got to be down.
Want your walking cane? You know, ask about MySpace too soon. Jesus Christ.
I was actually on MySpace for about 5 minutes.
That's how long it lasted.
It did. It really did. Everyone was, there's Facebook, and there's another thing called MySpace. We all got on it, and then found out you had to set your own, literally had to set your own site up from a blank page. And I can't set up a Ring doorbell, so much to Sarah's amusement. I can't set up a Ring doorbell, so I was no chance. Everyone's still got a MySpace page out there that is somewhere in the ethos somewhere, and we don't. No one knew how to use it, so we gave that up. But you're not on Facey? You're not on Facey?
No.
Why am I doing that Facey? I don't know.
It's just a bunch of
It was never cool.
older people going, did anyone else see that lightning bolt? Why is there a strange bike in the car park?
I'm laughing because it's true. It was cool at the time when it first came out. There was nothing like it. But since, Instagram and TikTok and all the other X or Twitter or whatever, they've all come out since, and people have progressed, and the younger generations started on those rather than Facebook.
Did anyone's bins get picked up, or was it just mine?
It's funny because it's true.
Yeah, I'd rather pass.
Yeah. I'd rather pass away.
Adulthood looks fun. That's what I've got to look forward to.
That's what you got to look forward to.
Did no one else's bins get picked up, or was it just mine?
But then in the future, if well, I was going to say when, but if you or Dancing Danny have children, they're going to be laughing at whatever social media you're on and some of the technology you're using. So hopefully, I get to see that. I doubt it. With their dating history. Even I'm no Spanish sunset, but even I managed to have a few relationships by their age.
Mainly with the priests at the church.
Wow, just
You
wow.
set me right up, and you were expecting me not.
Priests at the Christ on a bicycle.
You were. Riding Christ on a bicycle.
Riding Christ on a bicycle.
That's getting cut out.
Well, no. See, the person that edits this, that's why it's pretty bad.
But you couldn't tell already.
I'm not going to edit that out. That's staying in, and I'm also going to be giving Nana the address to this site. Nana, God bless her cotton socks, is a church-going person. I'm not. She's come to accept that. But altar, what were you?
Altar server.
Altar server and a
Padawan, as you used to say.
Padawan. To look like a Padawan when their outfit, and the cross and the.
I did that for 2 years.
That was I wouldn't have known. I went occasionally. I'd go more often, but the water at the front when you people go up and dip their finger in the water, it burns. So I stopped going. I didn't know what that water was. It was burning a lot. Danny actually caught fire going in once.
And she just stepped on the premise.
Yeah, Danny actually caught fire. We had to roll her around on the ground and take them out. And drinking the water was not a good one when Nana saw that.
No.
So 2024 was
an
interesting year. We'll do a wrap up, but more of not what we did, more of what happened.
Current events that happened
in society that are relevant.
Mainstream news.
Mainstream and a little bit oddball news, I guess, that we're going to look for. But hopefully next year we're going to try and promote this site a little bit better so we get some more people looking at it. If we can generate any form of income off this, we're going to put it towards making the site better and doing more things to entertain and bemuse and amuse everyone, I guess, with our antics. So if anyone's got any ideas, anyone's got any things they'd like to see us succeed or fail at, please, let us know. we'll try and get around to it. We've got a few things up our sleeve, but yeah. So
we do.
Well, we've had a few ideas. We've had a few thoughts. But yeah. So I guess onwards to in 2025, which it is now. Hopefully we'll be putting out another one soon. I won't be quite so lazy, and I'll edit one and get it out. And yeah, we'll see you all moving forward.